Parents aren't joining your soccer training program because you suck at sales. And in today's video, I'm going over the top 3 objections that you guys hear why parents aren't joining your program. And I'm gonna show you exactly how to get over those objections. So by the end of today's video, you know exactly how to deal with those objections so you can sign more clients and get more athletes into your training program. And I'm even gonna throw in a little bonus at the end, so stay around, okay? And if you don't know who I am, my name's Noah Varner. I'm the CEO of the SBA. I've built and scaled my own soccer training academy to well over 6 figures. I've helped over 65 plus soccer coaches in the United States and the United Kingdom grow and scale their soccer training businesses too. Now, let's get right into it, guys. So look, check it out. Objections is simple. If you don't know what an objection is basically just a reason why people cannot join your program. Like we hear it all the time. Oh, I need to think about it, or this is just too expensive right now, or we don't have the money for this right now, or we don't have the time for this. We have other commitments, blah 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 blah. Okay, basically a bunch of reasons why they can't join. Now, look, if you're not running into those at all, it's probably because you're not taking any sales calls, which is an issue. Okay, if you're not taking sales calls, make sure you're getting people on calls. You have got to be get people from your advertisements on Instagram and Facebook that you're running, get them to sales calls. That's all you have to do. It's a simple system that we do. Okay, but what you want to do is once you get them on a call and you hear these problems, all right, you get to the point where it's like you drop the price and they go, and they give you a reason why they can't join right now. Right now in sales, it's pretty simple. It's either somebody sells you a reason why they can't join your program, or you sell them a reason to join your program. There's only 2 ways. Either you get sold something or you do the selling. All right, so we want to do the selling, right? So how we handle those objections is super simple, okay? So there's a 3-step framework over here, okay? A 3-step framework that we want to follow. It's ISO, confirm, and then solution. All right, so basically how it works is simple. When I hear, oh, it's too expensive, or, let's say we just don't have the money for this right now, okay? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna isolate this objection, okay? Because I wanna put this thing on an island. I basically wanna put it out on the island, because I know if I can put it on an island, I'm gonna cook it. I'm gonna cook it up, right? It's just like in soccer. Like if you're on the right wing and somebody dishes the ball out to you, you don't want the center back and the left back coming on. Then it's 2-on-1, right? Like, and then it makes it a lot more difficult. You don't want multiple objections. So you want to basically tie down one objection and isolate it. Okay, so I put it on an island. So we want to put this person on an island. So that was 1v1, right? So what I mean by that is simple. So when they say, oh, we just don't really have the money for it right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say, gotcha. I understand why you're thinking that way, or gotcha, totally understand. And money aside, money aside. Time aside, whatever, partner aside, wife aside, whatever. You always use this to isolate, okay? Money aside, if the program, instead of it being $1,200, was $12, would you guys be ready to get started right now and get started today? Yeah, of course. If it was $12, then yeah, of course we'd want to get started. We just can't really afford the $1,200 right now. And then, so I've confirmed, so I've isolated. So it's money. They haven't expressed anything else. Now I basically need to confirm it and see if they're lying, essentially. I need to see if they're lying about it, right? So then I go to confirm it. I go, okay, gotcha. And just to confirm, like it's purely a money thing. Like just being able to afford the upfront costs, like there's nothing else that's keeping you 100% certain that and holding you back from wanting to get started today. Yeah, no, it's just purely the money thing. Like if we had the money, we'd get started. Trust me. Right? Whatever, right? So then I've isolated, then I've confirmed it. So that's what we do. It's called a tie down in sales. All right, I made it simpler for you guys to understand, right? ISO, confirm, solution. All right, but basically now I've tied that down. So now I've got them. Now it's just a money thing. Now I know there's no other problems. Like now I just have to get over that solution or over that hump of the money thing. And that's so simple to do, because that's when we go to step 3, which is solution. Okay, with the solution, you're just offering a solution up. That's it. All right, like if they tell me they don't have the money for it, okay, gotcha. Let's break it up into payment plans. Okay, like, oh, you feel like you don't really have the time for it? Well, first and foremost, you should have figured that out in the discovery if they do have the time for it, right? If they told me earlier, hey, we do have Fridays and Saturdays, I'm going to bring up, oh yeah, well, I mean, earlier you said you had Friday, Saturday open. Like, would you be able to do that? We'd only on Fridays and Saturdays? Oh yeah, that works for us. Like all I'm doing is coming up with a solution to their problem. That's it. Like, you don't have to overthink it. Like, there's not like, you don't need to say these special words in special, special order to close them. Like, you don't need to do that. We're not pulling any tricks on anybody. Like, it's literally just isolate, figure out if that's what the problem is, then confirm it, see if they're lying, and then just offer a solution. That's it. It's really simple. Okay, so now let's go to the top 3 objections. Okay, so number 1, I need to think about it. All right, how do we get over that? You guys hear this all the time, and this is actually the easiest thing to get over because it's a lie. They're lying. It's anybody who I need to think about it is lying 99% of the time. Okay, sometimes you'll run into that one person that's like, oh, I'm really meticulous and I need to think about it for a while. Like, dude, they came to the call. They knew they wanted soccer training. What do they need to think about? There's nothing they need to think about. All right, it's a lie. It's a smoke screen. It's what it's called. So what you need to do is you need to figure out what the real objection is. And that's super simple. All I do when somebody tells me I need to think about it is I just do a little sidestep. Like, if you guys ever hoop or anything, I just do a little sidestep to the step and keep shooting. Like, basically, okay, somebody says, yeah, well, we just need to think about it. And I'll be like, gotcha, I totally understand. And just so I have the notes on my end, like, what do you guys need to think about? Right? Just go right at them. But it's not like super invasive where it's like, okay, what do you need to think about? Like, and then you're in a strict tone and then their guard goes up. Like, just like, oh, gotcha, totally understand. And just so I have the notes on my end, like, what do you guys need to think about? Oh, yeah, well, it's just a lot of money. Boom, real objection. Oh, well, we just got to talk it out to see if we even have the time for this. Time. Oh, well, I need to go talk to my wife about this. Partner. Like, so simple. All right, so that crushes that objection. So now you know the real objection. So now they actually told us, okay, oh, it's a money thing. So that's where we go here. Okay, so objection number 2, it's too expensive. Or we don't have the money for this right now. Okay, so it's simple, right? Somebody tells me, hey, we don't have the money for this. Okay, I'd be like, gotcha, so you totally understand. And money aside, like, if this program was $12 instead of $1,200, like, would you be ready to get going right now? Yeah, of course. Gotcha. And just to confirm, like, it's just purely a money thing for you. Like, it's just purely the upfront payment. There's nothing else keeping you 100% certain and holding you back from getting started today. No, it's just purely the money thing. If we had the money, we would do it today. Okay, cool. So then let's do this. Instead of just waiting days, weeks, months at a time to get the money together, the most important thing here is Johnny Jr. gets training because he's only getting older. So instead of waiting days, weeks, months, like, let's just break up the payments into something more digestible so we can get the ball rolling and, more importantly, get Johnny Jr. into some training. Oh, yeah, you would do that for us? That would be awesome. You're such a great guy. Thank you. Boom. Collect payment on the calls. Super easy. All right. Then 3, time. Okay. We all hear it before. Oh, well, we don't really have the time for this. Like, can we do this in the winter or the summer? And that actually is where you're dealing with that before you even, if you're hearing this, you already messed up, okay? Because you should have, in the discovery, when you're asking them questions, figuring out their issues, you should have already determined if they have time for it in the first place, right? So what I love to ask in the discovery question is like, so what days of the week does Johnny Jr. have soccer training? Okay, he's got, Monday, Thursday, Friday. All right, cool. And does he have any other commitments outside of soccer, or is it just soccer? Yeah, he's got music class on Friday. Gotcha. So just to confirm, he's open on Tuesdays and Sundays? Yeah, he's open up on Tuesdays and Sundays. I mean, I got him. It's right there. It literally says Tuesdays and Sundays. And then when I go pitch the program, I'm going to be like, look, so the program, I know you guys have mentioned you only have Tuesdays and Sundays available. We don't want to pack out both days. So we're just going to give you training on Tuesday for this price. Boom. Take your money. Like, that's it. All right. If you're running into this, then it's a problem. But let's say you do ask those questions and then they bring up, oh, well, we don't really have the time for this. Like, we have other commitments and all that kind of stuff. Right. So I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm just going to be like, gotcha. So, all those other commitments aside, like, if you guys had the time, like, you guys would be ready to get started right now. Yeah, of course, because we're just so busy right now. Okay, cool. Just to confirm, like, then it's just purely the time thing for you. There's nothing else holding you guys back from, getting started right now. Yeah, of course. And then I'm going to go into a solution. But first and foremost, I'm going to be like, gotcha, cool. Well, I mean, David, earlier you told me that, you had Tuesdays and Sundays available for training. I mean, these trainings are only on Tuesdays. So you did tell me you were available. So can you be honest with me? Like, what's the real reason? And then they'll reveal the reason. Because more than likely, if you catch them in their they're lying. They're lying to you. That's it. Because they told you earlier, before you dropped the price, that they had the time available. Now they're changing stories after? It's fishy. It's really fishy. It's not true. They're lying to you. So you need to determine that. Okay? So I basically just asked them straight up, hey, like, what's going on? Like, you told me this earlier. Oh, yeah, well, I mean, we just don't have the money for it right now. And then there's the real objection. And then I go back to ISO confirmed solution. All right. But if for some reason they're like, yeah, I mean, I know we said that, but like, we just don't really want to pack out our calendar right now. Like, me and my wife are real busy. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit back. I'm just going to be real with them. I'm just going to sit back and be like, got you. So how important is it? Because I know for the last, 45 minutes, we talked about, Johnny Jr. and how he wants training. Like, how important is it to you that he gets into training? Because if it's not important to them, then okay, cool, whatever, right? But like, they're there, it's because it's important, right? So they're probably going to tell you, yeah, I mean, it's pretty important. Okay, got you. And can we both agree, like, Johnny Jr. is getting older? Like, we're running out of time here to get him training, get him better? I mean, yeah, we are. It's logic, guys. I'm not saying any fancy words. Like, it's just purely like putting it right in front of them. I'm putting on the table and being a man and saying, yeah, dude, like, this is messed up what you're doing. I'm not saying that, obviously. But like, look, Johnny Jr. is getting older. Yeah, sure, we can wait till the summer or the winter time. But you just told me for the last 30 minutes that he's been dealing with all this pain and all this misery of not getting to the next level. And he wants to make the next team up next year. But we're going to wait until the summer. He's not going to get good enough to be on the next team up if we only train during the summer. We got to start now. So you tell me, where do you want to go from there? Right? And then they bold-face tell you, well, we're still going to wait. Then, dude, I mean, there's not much you could do. Like, at that point, that parent is just misguided and it's messed up. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep peppering them. Because, I mean, who cares? I don't care if they come back in the winter or the summertime. It's too late by then. Like, I got to save this kid. I got to save this athlete. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going and just keep asking them, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this to them? Right? Like, what the hell? Obviously, I'm not saying that specifically, but you get what I'm saying. Like, you're just digging into them about why they'd want to do that. Okay? And now, the bonus. Partner. Okay? We hear it all the time. Oh, I need to go talk to my wife. I need to go talk to my husband. Okay? There's no way to handle this objection. But what you can do, and yeah, I hear it all the time. Like, you hear Alex Hermosi or all this, like, oh, I'm not here to break up marriages, but like, what is like, what does your wife think about this? Or like, blah, blah. Like, we're not here to split up marriages, guys. Like, I'm not here to like get somebody to pay and then regret it talking to their wife later. You should have just handled that before the call even started. When somebody texts you, when they come from your advertisement, you get them as a lead and you send them an automated text. You ask them in the qualifying, hey, before our call, if you have a partner, wife, and your son, if they want to join, please bring them to the call. We will not take the call unless both partners are there to make a decision. That's it. And then both of them will show up. That's totally going to prevent it. And then the second time I prevent it is through the discovery. We'll be like, gotcha. So, and do you have like a wife, or like, does your son need to be here to make a decision on this? Or, are we good are you the main decision maker? Oh yeah, I need to go. Well, my wife is obviously is like a real big part of this. Oh, okay, cool. Well, look, I mean, I know I could definitely help you guys. I just have some additional questions for her. So I'm not even going to sit here and try to, pitch a program to you and then you're going to have to go play telephone, because we both know how that goes. It never works. So what we're going to do is we're going to book a call. You're going to tell them what to do. What we're going to do is we're going to book a call for 2 days from now. You're going to get your wife, you're going to get your kid, and you're going to show up to this call, and we're going to sit down and see how we can help. Sound good? Yes. Okay, so I've got a 4 o'clock on Wednesday. Does that work for you? Yes. Boom. See you on Wednesday. That's it. Super simple. Okay, but that's everything for today's video. If you guys are a private soccer coach who's making at least $2,000 a month and is training at least 10 athletes a week, and you want to scale your business to 50, 60 athletes, 10, 20, 30K a month, then book in a call with me below. The call link is in the description. Go book it in now. You can also reach out to me at The Real Noah Varner on Instagram as well. comment, like, subscribe, whatever those buttons are. Let me know in the comment section if you guys enjoyed this video, if you want to see some more content like this. But that's everything, guys. I love you guys. Go make some money. Go change your lives. Go do something and change. All right? Peace.